The streaming market worldwide is projected to reach a revenue of 29.6 billion in 2024. Can you imagine that? Here's the deal, folks. Music streaming has revolutionized the way we consume music. And senior musicians, it's critical that we stay informed about the latest changes in the industry. Now, the truth is, the musical landscape is changing rapidly. And if we don't adapt, we risk getting left behind. This is Henry Clark. My channel is Senior Musicians Unite, where I try to inspire seniors, whether it's creating music, industry talk, and points of interest that I think are pertinent. I want to keep you guys making great music, and also I want to help you guys consider strategies to get heard. Now, as a senior musician, we're no stranger to today's challenges that come with adapting to change. We've navigated that shift from physical albums to CDs to digital downloads and even the dreaded cassette. And we've survived the rise of the sharing platforms like Napster. But music streaming presents a unique set of challenges, and one of the biggest hurdles is competition. Hundreds of thousands of songs are being loaded daily to the DSPs. It's harder than ever to stand out from the crowd. Monetization is also a major concern. How in the hell can you make a living from music that's only paying you pennies a day from the streaming platforms, especially when the algorithms favor new and trendy artists over established acts, making it even harder to stand out from the crowd? Now, I know that a lot of seniors want to put their stuff on platforms like Bandcamp or Reverb Nation or stuff like that. I'm not going to bash these platforms, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. From my research, those platforms only really work if you're already known with a fan base or if you tour. They are not really what I call discovery platforms. I've seen a lot written about those platforms, and it's kind of funny when it says the only people who listen to these platforms are other musicians. Well, it's not really funny. Well, actually, it is kind of funny. But in all honesty, you just don't find a lot of casual listeners listening on these platforms. I mean, when they listen to music, they listen on their iPhone with Apple Music, or their Android with Spotify, or they listen on YouTube. Furthermore, the algorithms that govern music streaming, they just flat out brutal. They prioritize music that's new and trendy and most likely to appeal to the masses, leaving little time and room for artists like us who have spent decades honing our craft. But despite the challenges, there are opportunities, and that's what you want as a musician. You want an opportunity to be heard, to thrive in this streaming era. And if you understand the trends and technologies and strategies that are shaping the industry, then you can at least stay on par or get ahead of the curve and continue to create music that resonates with fans. Now, in my case, my personal strategy is a good example of understanding music trends. Though I was a singer most of my career, I always wanted to be a drummer. I love indie pop also, and house music and disco. So I decided to start making that type of music a couple of years ago over my primary music genre, which was old soul that I had recorded previously. It wasn't a gimmick. I like old soul and stuff. And but since I changed, the algorithms have loved me for it. As of the taping of this video on Spotify alone, I've got like 40,000 monthly listeners, generating somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 to 140,000 streams a month. Now, to some people, that's not much. But a study in February of 2023 stated only 19% of the artists on Spotify had over 1,000 listeners a month. So to me, my 40,000 is significant. In my case, it showed me that you can make some traction by appealing to a wider audience versus what was happening with my old soul genre. Now, I don't want to use the word bait and switch, but that's kind of part of it because people will listen to my pop and indie and then they go and they check out my soul, which is kind of cool, right? So it was actually a double bonus. But the key point is that I got noticed. And what is getting noticed all about? It's about importance of understanding the music platforms. And basically they fall into what I call two core areas. One is discoverability and the other is community engagement. Platforms like Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, those are the discovery area. They get you discovered. While if you have a bit of a fan base, platforms like Bandcamp and Reverb Nation are pretty good in that space. It's essential to understand these two platforms and how they differentiate because you need to use the right strategy to help you reach newer audiences, which in turn can help you generate revenue if that's what you're after. For example, if you don't have any fans and you're putting your music up for sale on Bandcamp or Reverb Nation, nobody knows who you are. So nobody's going to buy your stuff. And whether you like it or not, there's also social media as a discovery platform. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah, I know I said TikTok. I'm not a big fan of TikTok, but they can help you reach new audiences. So basically, there are more ways than ever for an independent artist to earn money from their music. Takes a lot of work though. With so many options, it can be truly overwhelming. And as senior musicians, we need to know how to navigate those different revenue streams and optimize our earnings if that's what we're after. For example, maybe you can set up a Shopify store for some of your merchandise, t-shirts, hats, or whatever. And if you're a gigging musician, maybe you can sell your merchandise at your live events. So the possibilities are absolutely endless. But no matter what you're trying to do, it takes time. And I got to tell you guys, you need to invest in marketing. I'm not saying you need to invest a fortune like Nike or Coca-Cola, but you have to invest something in marketing just like any other business. Anybody who wants to sell a product, they have to invest in marketing if they want to get ahead and if they want to get noticed. And if you don't have the money, maybe you can give them a few Starbucks coffees, and spend $100 a month or so, with some Facebook or Instagram targeted ads. Because with successful marketing, you can more realistically get noticed. And the payback. I hear this all the time. I ain't paying for no ad, man, because the streams only pay pennies. That's foolish. That's not the point. The point is that these ads can help you get discovered numerous ways, and I can attest to the fact that they do work. Even though the payback is not in streaming revenue, the ability to sell on Bandcamp or Reverb Nation or Amazon or your own personal website, or I can attest that through streaming services, some of my music has even been picked up on radio stations worldwide. So if that happens for you, ads can increase your revenue substantially. If we as senior musicians want to survive and thrive in today's streaming era, that's what we need to do. It's not about abandoning our music, our artistic vision, or compromising on quality. It's about adapting to the changing landscape and finding ways to work with these tools and these platforms. So, tap into these technologies, tap into these new revenue streams, and reach new audiences. Whether your art is country, jazz, soul, or rock, you can stay true to that, but embrace the opportunities that come with it in the streaming era and use the tools that will help you get discovered. Because getting discovered is the key to everything that happens downstream. If you want more analysis on who's listening to streams by genre or by platform, check out this video where I talk about the difficulty that senior musicians face on streaming platforms, because the information in this video is important and it's truly, truly enlightening. Something that I think all of you senior musicians need to know and understand. I'll see you guys later. Bye.